You're listening to Inside Karting with 18-time Australian champion David Sera and Pro Karting's Jace Lindstrom, two of Australia's leading racing experts.
All right, so welcome to Inside Karting. Myself, Jace Lindstrom, David Sera.
Thanks very much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for jumping on board. This is our first, video podcast.
Stream, and we want to sort of remind you guys that if you've got some questions, please ask us. We can't obviously guarantee we're going to answer everyone's questions, but if you're sort of new to karting or you want to know something about what Lee Hanatscheck's saying or what one of us is saying, please just ask. We'll do our best on the fly to try and answer them as we're going.
Yep.
Just try and keep some positivity going, and that's about it, I reckon.
So it's obviously quite a bit of a downtime now for us. Probably more rapidly is like the European karting scene, which has grinded to a massive halt. A month or so ago. In the karting capital of the world, which is Italy, which is the highest hit place for the COVID-19.
I'm probably one of the first to admit that I never saw this coming to Australia. Sort of felt bad for the Italian karting scene. I thought, it's unfortunate, but it shouldn't come to us. We should be fine. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 weeks later, now we're sort of stuck ourselves.
Yeah, and it's come rapidly, and it's probably not going to hit. It's probably going to hit us harder soon. So it's good that a few people have sort of acted on their merits and done what they need to do and implemented things earlier rather than later, like what's happened to a few places around the world. So acting on the front foot, which is quite good.
Yep. And so what was I going to say? So I've seen a lot of the kart tracks now starting to close up. We can see that the Queensland guys have started to shut up shop. New South Wales, some of their tracks are starting to get, starting to close down. We've got Oakland that's still available. Got to keep an eye on those social distancing rules. It's only members at the moment. Todd Road's the same, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, Todd Road's the same. They will stay open until they're told not. They got told not to. So that's good. But I suppose we just stress to people. You got to be sensible out there and keep your distance. If you're going to cut some laps is fine. Go and enjoy it. Go and enjoy driving your go-kart again. I suppose not in a massively high pressure instance at a big event or something like that. Just go enjoy yourself. I suppose forget about the whole situation while you can.
It's good to get your mind off things as well. Like people are so bored at the moment, whether they've been laid off of work. So karting's a good outlet for people to keep motivated. Sort of passes time by.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's become. The e-racing has become quite big now. All your online stuff, your virtual championship, Formula 1, V8 Supercar are going to do it. Formula E are going to do a virtual championship. I think they already have one, but so it's good that they're moving in that direction. Just something a little bit different. And
I would say that a lot of these guys actually tuning in tonight would have simulators,
absolutely,
or the gaming consoles they can keep active. And they'll probably still be fighting against each other online as well. You'll find that some of these guys race on the track and they'll be racing online against each other again.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
A few bragging rights.
So, there is a couple of karting apps out there that you can, or programs you can use for your simulator. So, myself, I've never used one. I don't know how realistic they are or what they're all about. Have you tried it?
Yeah, so I helped out a little bit with the karting craft game, Kartcraft.
Yep.
Zach Griffin, he's based out of Melbourne. Did a little bit of the development in regards to Todd Road. It's realistic enough. The tracks, the layout's amazing. All the tyre markers, the braking markers are all very much the same.
Yep.
You can't sort of feel the vibrations and things like that. But look, it means if you're having fun against one of the other competitors,
absolutely.
So it kills some time.
Yep. Because
the kids now have got, I think, 4 weeks holidays as well.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, they're 3 to 4 weeks. So and I think Queensland kicks in shortly in a week's time or something. And New South Wales is the same thing, So
and they can't go to the shopping centres or skate parks where they want to do now. So it keeps them pretty busy.
Yeah, and just keeps their eye into a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and do something. I'm trying to find where I can get Lee Hanatscheck in. Far out, mate. This stuff's too technical for me. I've got some filters going on here.
Have you?
I don't know what I've done.
I can't see it filtering.
And I might be removing you. Can you add anyone in, mate? Let's see if we can add someone. Or if someone actually knows what they're doing on this thing to try and help us add someone in. Hang on. Can we add a third person? Surely. Hang on. I got questions. No one's got questions. Does anyone know how to add someone else? I'm sure you can. I've seen them before. I don't think you can add a third. Perfect. You know what we'll do? Maybe far out. That's great. That's good to know. That's throwing a little spanner in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Do I just... Okay. Can you add him, Jace?
No.
What a debacle this is. Far out. Question. Let's see if someone can help us out. All right. I've got someone hanging shit on me. I've got Adam Burke hanging shit, which is good. I can't find it. I don't know how to do it. What a debacle. I thought we had it going good. Christian, that's good, mate. You laugh. That's funny. Yep. It's good, mate. Good help viewer. No one's helping us here either. Troy Hunt's laughing.
Noah Sands said that you can add someone in.
Just put a request to see if that helps. Why can't I see what's going on here, mate? Let's have a look. Oh, my God. I've got pictures down the bottom that I can't see. What do you need to know, Dave? Noah, how do I add a third person into this chat, mate? I've got photos that I can see on the bottom. I've got my locations. I can search for people. Hang on. I could... No. Gone again. Oh, my God. Jace, you got anything? Help us?
I got nothing.
Two old blokes trying to work out fancy pace. We've got no idea, mate. Noah, you've given me nothing, buddy.
It's the
Hang on. I can't... How do you put a request in here?
So you should be able to. It's displaying an option to be able to join your video, so you should be able to.
Someone needs to ask for a request. Yeah, Lee said he's asked, but where does it show up, I wonder? Oh, my God.
I think you're the host, so you may...
It's displaying an option to be able to join live video, so you should be able to. And then I can't see anything pop up. All I can see is questions. Turn off quest to go live. Turn off commenting.
You're right. Two good-looking blokes, Steve Taylor. That's exactly right.
Jesus. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I've got zero idea. We tested this earlier, but only with two people. Now, Lachlan saying hello. That doesn't actually help us. Frankie, hello doesn't help us at the moment, buddy. Jace, nobody can only be two people. Oh, my God. We've got a 2-jet carburetor. I don't know what I'm doing. Right now. Run it to your front letterbox, send you a letter. Oh, my God. Okay, how are we going to do it?
Unless you click... Did you click the viewers? Have you tried clicking the viewer? Like where the little eye is in the top corner?
Oh, hang on. This is fancy. Viewers. Let's see what we can do. Hang on, I'm scrolling down. Let's see if we can do this. Hang on. Let's find Lee. I'm still scrolling down. Sorry about all this. This is just well beyond what I actually know what to do. Lee Hanatscheck. I can message him. Let's see. Hang on. I can see something. No. What? Far out. Should I just try and remove you for a second, or I'll remove myself? I can't remove myself. I'm actually the one who's hosting this thing.
Yeah, just remove me.
Okay. I'll remove you, and then I'll just bump Lee in quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
All right.
I might be able to join because I know how to join, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
All right.
I might be able to join.
Oh, no. Hang on. We could be on here. I've got some requests here. Okay. This is good. Okay. Hang on.
Send a request to be...
Lee is going to be added. Let's see. Lee's unable to join. That's great. Good start.
Send a request to be in Sarah's live video.
Yeah, okay. Technology is buzzing me out. Let's see if I can do something. Go live with Lee Hanatscheck. Or I might try Karting Australia. Actually, let's do that. Okay, we're trying to add Lee Hanatscheck in here. We'll see what happens. Give us 1 sec. We're waiting for Karting Australia to buzz in. Far out. All this technology stuff, mate. Try again.
There you go. That's a good option. Call Lee on the phone and put him on speaker.
Give us 1 sec, Lee. Because I was trying Karting Australia, which... What's going on here, mate? Okay. No, not this again. Honestly, this is going to be the first and last that we do of this live stuff, because on my phone I've got no idea. Hang on. Make a group chat, then add them. For some reason now, I can't. Okay, Karting Australia's not leaving. Okay. What I might do is I might anyone in. It's just for some reason it won't let me add anyone in. So give us about 2 minutes. I'll get it back going. Sorry about that. Actually, what we can be doing.
Yeah, Dave, it's been a troublesome 2 weeks as many people across the country and even across the world has been challenged. And it really has been probably the toughest time we've had at Karting Australia, trying to keep the wheels spinning for our sport. That's been our number one goal, is to keep everyone safe, and then also keep the wheels spinning as we continue on. So, unfortunately we've had to pull all permits from events for the current period of time. I've never watched so many press conference of our Prime Minister over the last few weeks. That's been somewhat challenging, seeing how he has actually changed his tune today. Probably the most positive I've seen him for 2 weeks. And so I think we try to communicate as much as we can to the clubs and to the members as much as possible. The biggest thing is making sure everything is very safe for our people. At the moment, what we've basically done is for our clubs and states has basically said there's no permits for the current period in time for actual organised events. As all of the different clubs own or release their own venues, basically we've said to them it's situation related to UC clubs, facilities and activities that don't require a permit, such as private practice, decided by each club. But strong advice, follow the government's restrictions and advice. And that's really the thing which we're trying to push, is that it's a case of following the government's advice, following the government's restrictions, and seeing where we fit in that. And that's basically what we're trying to achieve.
And just obviously, I don't know a lot about this stuff, but how often do you have to speak to the government or the sporting ministers? Like, how often are you guys communicating with these to keep up to date with what we can do?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is there, Dave, is we're speaking, Kelvin O'Reilly, the Chief Executive Officer of Karting Australia, he's speaking with our Chief Medical Officer. Last week was pretty much on a daily basis or multiple times throughout the day, just trying to get an understanding of where things sit when the National Cabinet were going to meet, what they were looking at. He is also the Chief Medical Officer for Motorsport Australia. So really it's been keeping in contact with them, also speaking very closely with Motorsport Australia, with Motorcycling Australia, and Andra, in how they're reacting to different situations. And we're also following other sports like BMX Australia and Cycling Australia, two that I take an interest in, and seeing how they are handling different things to sort of follow their progress as well. So it's not a case of we just make it up as on the run. It's always very much informed decisions on where we're going to head to. Yeah,
and just another thing, obviously, if we're trying to condense the calendar at the back end of the year or whenever we get racing again, do you think that do you think it's sort of we're going to miss out on some races, or it's obviously hard to tell at the moment? I'm just sort of trying to keep everyone up to date with what we can.
Right now, it's a bit of a crystal ball in terms of where we end up being able to go back racing. That's the biggest key for us. I mean, this week I've actually started looking at some different schedules in terms of when we can go back racing, and So when we do get the nod that we're going to be able to go back racing and go back using facilities and in a full-on aspect of where we can go to. It's a case of wait and see. We're looking at all the options at the moment, and then once we know how long that we're not going to be able to race or have permits for, then we'll be able to put plan A, B, C or D in place. And it also comes down to what other events and what other sports have been put onto different areas, and also what the economy looks like. That's one of the biggest things is, the economy is going to hurt for a big time here, and we're very conscious of where karting fits in the term of making sure that people use the money they're going to have available in the best way possible.
That's totally understandable.
I suppose, Lee, Jace here, when we do, or if we do go back in the short period, is it going to be, is the first thing that's going to be considered, is it club level? Obviously, because there's less people around, or you look to a sort of broader picture, or like an AKC? Do we wait to go that far? So is it going to be the club that looks up that you're trying to look after first?
That's one of the things we've sort of been discussing in the office a little bit, and we see likely outcome of when we come back would probably be similar to what we had from the government advice as we sort of went into this period, where things came down over time with the numbers you could have at events, and we'll follow that closely. If we're looking at it, you would probably say that there will be things like we'll be able to bring some kart fun sessions, so organise session days where they're not actually racing events, but you can control the kart fun sessions, and then into club days, and then build back up to to the higher level events, and that's where it all sort of comes from, is trying to plan it out and build into it without sort of the travel aspect as well. Is the other thing. We don't want people going off and saying, okay, I've now got some money to go racing karts, and half that gets spent on travel. So there will be some things we'll look up to, and then we'll look at the what we do, and it's really a matter of time of when we know we can go back to race, to what we can then do after, what we can fit in, and how the kind of looks will be likely to be very different to what it currently looks like.
Oh, that's good. No, we really appreciate your time. Obviously, it's hard to get obviously an update because we don't even know what we're doing. The Prime Minister's each day is changing, so we do obviously really appreciate your time. Is there any other questions, Jace, that you had, mate?
You mentioned, Lee, when we briefly spoke about what you're sort of looking at trying to do with Kartcraft and things on an internet base, like an e-racing.
So one of the things, guys, is we've over the last couple of years, I've kept in contact with the guys at Kartcraft and Zach Griffin, who Dave knows, and dealt with a few years back when we continued to develop the game, and we're working closely with Kartcraft. They are about to launch some new online bits and pieces which may assist in this period, could fit in well. Not sure how that will look at this point in time, but we're certainly trying to see what we can do and follow the other leads of getting people involved and engaged in the sport online. And I think that that's something of what was looking towards being the future, and different opportunities where we can grow the sport, and maybe. When I was talking to Zach yesterday about how far away they are from being able to do a few things, and hopefully we're only a few weeks away from them being able to do something, and what that level is, and then we can sort of push right to people and try and get something online, and while fill the gap while it's there, and have it a kart rather than a car, which is all the other games are doing, and then hopefully. Once we have a sort of an end in sight, we can certainly start to look towards the future. And from from Karting Australia's point of view, we're still full steam ahead internally in the office at the moment with I'll get back to that question very shortly, Steve, in terms of the age levels. But at Karting Australia, we're working very hard on clubs in terms of providing them with the opportunities to, when we are back on board, giving them all the assets they can, making sure that they've got everything possible, really kickstart it, and give all the clubs the best opportunity to really get back on track, basically. That's our aim. That's our pure aim. Sorry, guys, just keep going on quickly on this one in terms of Steve Taylor, in terms of drivers going up to different ages. That's a question we have had. It is just basically at the moment we're going to have, over the next few weeks, we're just compiling all of these different questions that are coming up. Once we know where we sit in terms of end dates, in terms of when we can actually start rolling events out again, that's when we'll start to be able to have clear answers on that. Because at the moment, we've got sort of one sort of concept we're throwing around, and we're looking at all the opportunities and all the questions we've got, and we won't know until we get back racing, or until we get towards it, back racing, to when we can actually say, yes, that's a definite answer, one way or another, on what we can do in those instances. But we are looking at those type of things.
Okay, awesome.
Good.
That's good. We really appreciate your time and your updates. Like I said, we'll just try our best to keep things going as best we can. And obviously, as soon as you guys find out some more information, we'll happily pass it on to all our viewers and so on.
Yeah, most certainly, guys. Any time you want to have a chat, just maybe you can actually get this video.
We'll
chat sorted out today. We'll have a chat and give us a call, and we'll certainly keep everyone informed.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks very much, Lee.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Well, there you have it.
Okay.
So we've answered a few questions. It's good to have Lee on. Obviously, we really appreciate his time.
Yeah, it's good.
It must be a stressful time to be running any sort of sporting organisation at the minute.
Yeah,
There's so much uncertainty going on in the world of sport.
Yeah, I think it's just more of a follow leader at the moment. What they're trying to do, they're just looking at bigger sports above them to try and stead them in the right direction. No one wants to be the one to jump first.
I think also we'll probably do less testing when we get back into it. Just do more racing. Yeah, because the race is going to be more condensed between weekends and weekends, which is going to support the clubs more, which is what we want to do.
Yep.
Obviously, then we're going to be, using more chains and sprockets and tyres and so on. So it helps the clubs, the shops, and so on. All right, well, that's good. We'll probably just keep moving through because obviously that was a bit of a delay in there in regards to my joining of people. I'll give Hanatscheck, Troy Hunt a quick call so we can get his thoughts on how things are tracking in New South Wales, the Junior Sprockets program. Yeah. What else has Troy got for us? He's been selling some simulators today, I can see.
Yeah, he's got a little package going on. Selling some simulators, some Sparko race seats. Here we go.
Oh, you called Troy Hunt.
No. He's stitching up here. Hang on.
No.
Hey, Troy.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Mate, what are you doing? You sent me some voicemail, buddy. Just give yourself a free plug. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, isn't it?
Mate, how's things in Sydney? You're not still letting cruise ships in, are you? Surely you guys have
Can't be.
We're going to let those guys from Melbourne come in, mate.
Yeah.
The Mexicans.
No, we're all right.
Sydney Sea.
We're okay. Obviously, for you guys listening, Troy Hunt's not a big Instagram user, so he's taking a bit of time out of his busy schedule to jump on and talk to us tonight, which is grateful of.
Insta, mate.
Insta. That's how the new kids say it. Insta.
So with obviously, we've got a cruise ship kart championships from Amos. There you go. I know that stuff's a bit of a drama. At the moment, Troy, we've seen that your Junior Sprockets program has had to be postponed. For anyone who's not actually familiar with the Junior Sprockets program, can you just tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So, we had a program scheduled for Adelaide last weekend. and then we're meant to be coming to do one in Melbourne. We're going to do it at Oakley actually on the Monday after the Vicky home, but we've had to postpone those unfortunately. But yeah, so this Rockets program it's been running for about 4 years now, and it's basically a skills-based program, just an opportunity to try and introduce new kids into karting, give them an opportunity to come and have a go. Jace has worked with us a few years in Melbourne there as an instructor.
Yep.
And yeah, look, it's very much, I suppose, based like the AFL Auskick program. So we sort of teach them, how to turn and brake and do all those things first before we go and complete laps. So it's sort of like learning to play footy, right? We learn to pass the ball, kick the ball, then they play the game at the end.
Yep.
So that's very much sort of the way. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just giving them an opportunity to just get a taste of karting, see what it's like. Karting Australia, then, obviously it's not my program. I run it on behalf of Karting Australia, and it's a program they've come up with that also get a lot of support from the guys at SP Tools. And then DPE and Patrizi and those guys at the Carter Kart have also helped us out with karts and stuff to get some people into the sport. And I think we have about a 30% strike rate with people getting into the sport. So it's quite successful with getting some new people in.
Do you have a rough idea of how many people have gone through the program as a whole? Like whether they've gone to kart racing later on, but do you know how many people have roughly, have set foot in a kart or stepped into a seat?
I think the best guy to answer that just got off the phone.
Yeah, right.
That's okay. So while we were there, we were talking about...
To give you an example, we put through probably 400 odd kids a year.
Yep.
And
these are kids that may not have never known about kart racing before.
Yeah, that's right. So they're, a lot of them are kids that have never driven before. A lot of them have driven a high kart and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's just an opportunity for them to get a taste of what a real kart's like, and obviously a real circuit, and get out there and have a go. And yeah, so we've had a huge success rate with people getting into the sport, and it's quite different to your normal come and try day, I suppose.
Yep.
Which, it took us a while to get the program to where it is and what it is. It's very difficult. I mean, Jace would probably be able to explain it to you as well. Like, to change your mindset as a racer or even just as a coach to break it down to something so basic, but it's amazing how much they enjoy it,
How are those dates? Like, is that something that you've spoken to Karting Australia about post, like when we are back up and running, is to try and fit some in towards the end of the year?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I don't want to lose those dates at all of those events because it's an opportunity to, introduce people to our sport. So I want to make sure that it happens when and how. I think everybody's on the fence with not knowing how long this is all going to last. So as soon as it's possible to happen and happen safely, then we'll make sure it happens.
We had a question from a random person. He's actually asked, this intro, I imagine, could we get a rundown of the 2004 Puckapunyal Nationals last lap club and heavy for a friend?
Maybe I'll give my side of the story, and then you give your side of the story.
So it involves both Jace and Troy who's on the phone. So what actually did happen? I can't remember. It's a long time ago now.
I can't remember that long ago either. We probably both didn't want to give in. Is probably what I'm putting it down to.
And no one came out as a winner, I imagine?
Nah, well, we were in the bus.
No.
I went for a move in the bus stop, and we went through the kiddie litter. So on the last lap. So in turn, we handed the championship to Cal Tresidder, who was nowhere all weekend.
Oh, no. And Andrew Cash is like, didn't Hunt get fixed up? So I think he's ripping into you, Jace.
No.
So some people do remember what actually happened.
And then I remember the following year starting right behind Jace for the final in Perth.
And then did you give him on
Which
that?
was handy.
Kip Foster, I think.
Yeah. I was actually watching that video last night. Warley's got it on his YouTube channel if anyone. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, well, look, obviously, as soon as we know what's going on in regards to Junior Sprockets and Karting Australia, we'll get you back on. So obviously, we'll sort out our live stream because
issues.
we've got months before we get all this stuff organised. But thanks for keeping in touch with us and how things are travelling. And we'll send you guys to the track again soon.
Thanks, Troy. Take it easy.
Thanks, Jace, and hopefully we'll see you all back there soon.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Troy. Bye,
Cheers.
bye.
Bye.
All right, so with some clarification, it sounds like it was a 50-50 crash.
Yeah, 100%.
It was no one's fault.
100%. It was a 50-50 crash, yeah. I'd probably had the corner, but it's a Nationals. You're never going to give it in and Troy didn't give it in.
I'm sure a lot of the guys on here have all had those racing incident crashes where they think it's the other person's fault. You know, it's never their fault. All right. We're just going to do one more quick interview, and then I reckon we're all right.
Yeah, we're right. We'll just have a little chat about a couple of things and then wrap it up.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'll give young William a quick call. We'll see. He had to show his face. Probably a bit easier for him.
Jace ran in the brakes.
Hello, is this William?
Hi.
Okay. So for people who are listening in, we've got a young Cadet 9 driver, William Kalesia. He was the winner of the first round of the AKC. He's going to be joining us just for a couple of questions to see how he's travelling. How are you going there, William? Good, buddy?
Yep, going great.
That's good. Are you at school at the moment, or have you finished up at school, mate?
Yeah, school's finished.
Yep.
I'm on my holidays.
So what have you been doing now that you've got no kart racing on, mate? What's keeping you busy?
Well, I've been trying to do a workout.
How old are you,
while
mate?
I'm not karting.
How old are you again? Just to remind the people.
I'm 8.
8. So he's already working out. He's 8 years of age. That's pretty impressive. I don't work out. I'm 32 years of age. So you're doing.
That's kind of weird.
So you're doing good, mate. So are you doing any practice on a simulator? Are you watching any karting videos? What's
I am definitely going on the simulator.
Yep.
And I'm planning to start watching my GoPros this weekend.
That's good. So you're still trying to learn, which is good. We've got a question for you, mate, from someone else. They've said, What is the power like in Cadet 9?
What is the power like?
Does it feel fast, or is it now you've been driving for over a year? Does it feel slow? What does it feel like?
102 kilometers per hour is pretty fast.
Wow.
That is fast.
Where was that?
That's good.
Yeah, that's the quickest I've been.
Quickest you've
in
been.
a Cadet 9.
I think that maybe at Emerald, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what track, but that's pretty fast going. And remember, as we said, he's only 8 years of age, and he's going 102 kilometres an hour. That's what our normal freeways are going. So that's pretty cool.
I have been quicker than that. Now Cadet 12.
Cadet 12 soon? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Another quick question. Do you have any questions for him, Jace?
Yeah, I do. Your toughest competitor in Cadet 9, mate.
So did you get that, William? Who's your toughest competitor in Cadet 9?
I've got like a lot, like 3.
Okay, and who are those 3 drivers, mate?
Patrick Buckley.
Yep.
Sera McCarley and Noah Enright.
That's
They're
good.
always fun to race with.
Yeah, so Noah's a quick little driver. He's out of Adelaide, and the other 2 drivers you mentioned are from Queensland.
Yep.
Yep.
So obviously, when the AKC kicks off again, they're the ones who are going to be trying to knock you off the top, I think, William.
Yeah.
And one more question for you, buddy, before we let you go. What's your favourite track that you've ever been to?
Favourite track I've ever been to is the Bend.
The Bend?
Because you can get a lot of slipstream.
Yep.
And it's also a very big circuit.
Okay, well, that's good. Obviously, good feedback for our first race we've had there for the Australian Kart Championships. That's cool. Is there anything else you want to say, William?
Nah, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Of course he is.
Anything else, Jason? You good, mate?
Nah, good. Just good luck, mate. Keep safe.
Thank you very much, Dave.
All right. You take it easy, buddy.
Okay.
See you, mate. Bye.
See you, mate.
Amos, I think the question, how does it feel to be leading the championship? I didn't ask him because you just went, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Anytime you're winning any championship, whether it's a club championship, a country series, a statewide championship or an Australian championship, it's always going to be quite rewarding. Troy Hunt is looking for a job. Has anyone got any jobs going? I reckon these young kids are into gaming, Troy. So
he just got a simulator.
You got a simulator. You can probably sign up to a Twitch. I think that's what all the supercar guys are doing.
What do you think will happen with the tyre deal next year? Not fussed on the brand, but hopefully only one compound. Yeah, good point. I reckon, Steve. I reckon you're spot on there. One compound will be a big improvement, especially Victoria, I think.
Yeah, so I don't really care whether it's hard or softs.
No.
the kids are just got to drive. They should adapt to whatever they've been given. So not too phased, but I think the one tie is definitely the way to go. But I think that'll be determined later on in the year anyway.
Yep.
We had Noah Sands. He's asked, do I do sim racing? No. All I do is I play a bit of FIFA online. No car racing. I'm not good enough at that stuff. So I know my boundaries. I don't want to get beaten by you 12-year-old and 13-year-old kids, 8-year-old kids these days. So
how about for yourself? What are you actually doing? Like Sera, driver development. You make a living out of going to the track, and you can't go to the track. So what are you doing to get by and things like that?
Yeah, so look, obviously things are pretty tough at the minute. I'm not even trying to recommend people go to the track at the moment for the tracks that actually are open. The quicker we can get through this, the better. I'm trying to do a little bit of video coaching with some of the kids that I've coached previously, just to try and stay up to date with, most of the kids have been to the tracks that we're going to in the future. So I'm just trying to keep active in regards to some video coaching, just talking to them on the phone, keeping positive, things like that. But yeah, no, realistically, there's not a lot happening for myself at the moment because it's solely kart coaching. So my wife's having to pay the bills, which is going to be a bit tough for the next couple of months. But it is what it is. There's a lot of people in worse situations than what I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's pro karting at the minute?
Yeah, it's okay. It's obviously probably the last couple of days it's slowed right down. We had a lot of backlog, just odds and ends to do, So where things that would have been
anyway, get that stuff organised.
Yeah, get all that stuff organised and do a bit of organising around the factory and just clean up and just be efficient and organised by the time we go racing again, So make everything a little bit nicer, a little bit neater, and easier and more efficient, So that's what we've been trying to do. It's keeping us busy. Not all three of us are here at the moment. We're sort of rotating it around a little bit. But you've just got to cut a few things away and run a little bit slim for a while. And as Troy Hunt said, before he sent a massive shout out to all the kart shops. I think it's important as shops and retailers and wholesalers that we look out for each other when we come back. It's not going to be easy because, as Lee Hanatscheck said, the economy is going to take a massive hit, and karting is a hobby. First things to go when the economy takes a hit, or a company takes a hit, a personal takes a hit, is a hobby. So that's us. So I think it's a matter of just being very supportive to who's been in the industry for a long times and things like that. Big shops, Melbourne Kart Centre too. Obviously, they're gonna be doing as tough as what everybody else is, So all them shops around the engine builders, CC Racing, J&A Tuning, obviously ourselves, So DP Superstore. So all them places in Victoria. Not sure of many of the interstate ones, but they're the ones that got to look out for and help out in the future when everything comes back, hopefully bigger and stronger.
We'll get through a couple of questions quickly. We've got Jake has asked, Jake Rostel, why aren't I allowed to have a micron on in Cadet 9? Look, it's a good question, to be honest. I hope they do look at changing that for next year. Most parents and kids have already got the microns on their karts. So I think it's definitely efficient to have a micron on your kart during racing, whether you're changing sprockets or trying to look at the data, as I know that your dad can do. So I think that if we can try and push towards getting microns back on, it'll be beneficial for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So obviously they're things that we'll look at once kart racing gets back. We've got Matthew Hansford Taylor. He's asked, do you reckon KA will start an E-Series? I don't know if they'll necessarily start an E-Series. They'll try and promote Kartcraft or those other karting games where possible, whether it's an iRacing league that kart racers can join. I think that's got a lot of merit. So at least if you owe anyone a bit of a shunt,
favour,
you can give back online, and it's actually cheaper, it's safer, and you can press restart and you can just go and do it again.
I reckon I might be able to give Troy back a little favour.
Exactly.
Get that number one. Get that number one.
We've got Davey Janev, one of your mates, finding online parents have lost their jobs and are selling their cars and trailers. Pretty sad. It's just difficult times.
Yep, absolutely.
Look, obviously, if people can help each other out.
Ethan, is Tony Kart a good kart brand? World leader in go-karting, so answer to that is yes.
But not as good as a Formula K, Sera Kart.
Or a Sera Kart, correct.
Cars, But no, Ethan, they're a good kart.
They're a good kart.
That's fine. Tom Storr said you should get some of your Aussie drivers over New Zealand.
Yeah.
Obviously, once racing gets back and running, a few people support New Zealand Nationals. and things like that. Obviously, New Zealand support our Australian series very well, so we'd love to support you guys once we actually get back running and people have got some money back.
We were going over. You were going over there, and we were sending someone over there to obviously help our customers do coaching and things like that. So I think it's good for the Trans-Tasmans to support each other.
Definitely. Rhodes Snee, I'm not sure if that's your first name or your last name. I've got no idea. Is Oakley Kart Club open for practice? So the thing is that it is open, but only for a member, and you're only allowed to have your parent or your guardian as someone to help. You can't bring your entourage. So if you've got your media crew there, leave them behind. With the social distancing right now, you've got to just abide to the rules.
Go with your dad. Enjoy some go-karting and take your mind off everything that's happening.
Tree Hunt said there's a KZ Sera kart is only $2,500 on Kart Club. It's a bargain.
That's cheap. That is cheap.
Second-hand crashed. Okay, so what about Todd Road? Amos has asked. The same rules apply. If you're a member, you can go with one person only, and again, abide by the rules. Don't go hugging people when you come into the pits after the first missed lap time. Just stick to the rules, and we'll try and keep kart tracks open for as long as we possibly can.
Dave Genev, would you think if KA gets back late this year, we could possibly have a 2-round nationals? Thoughts?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think a couple of rounds. Yeah. I think even 3 rounds maybe.
Yeah.
Is fine.
I would say they wouldn't. I would say they wouldn't. They wouldn't present a national champion after 2 rounds, but
no, it's just hard to know.
Yeah.
I think we just get as many AKC races in as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a 2-round or 3-round is probably even look good for next year as well.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yep.
Just to try and minimise some of those costs initially bouncing back into racing.
Yep. Is Ipswich?
All right, you reckon that's good?
Lachlan at Ipswich. It's only 2 people. Okay. Thanks, Lachlan. Perfect.
Okay, that's good. They're very similar.
Yep.
Is there any questions that we missed? We're probably going to have a couple more minutes, and then we're done because I've got to cook up a steak because I've forgotten to have some dinner earlier. Is there anything else we've missed?
No, I think that's just about it, I reckon.
All right. So, obviously, we went well over time. I've got no idea with this Instagram stuff. I'm just sort of learning on the fly. Miley's saying, seeing the hairdressers that are open, will you take the opportunity to cut your hair?
Oh, that's a good idea, Miley. Good idea.
As strange as it may seem, I actually just had a haircut last week. Before this all stuff was implemented, you can't tell, but it has been cut, Miley.
Hang on. Yeah, I love you, Jesus.
That can't be the E-Series driver, David Reynolds, can it?
Yeah, I think it is. I actually think it is.
Ethan, now everyone's getting stuck into me with his haircut. Okay, that's fine.
Jenna
Jenna
Shane, this is a big question. Is Todd Road fast at the moment? I don't know. We'll find out on Sunday. I think there's a little race going on down there on Sunday. A few people throwing some greens at it.
But remember, keep your distance.
Keep your distance. Keep your distance. I know Puckapunyal's fast, so if that answers your question, Shane.
We can't go there, so we're stuck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're gone.
Okay, so yeah, Jesus said I can't afford the no haircut now because I've got no income. That's probably true. Okay, I think that's us. Everyone's had a good laugh. Any questions, just shoot them through later on and we'll answer them next time.
Perfect.
Thanks very much for your time, Jace.
Yep, we'll do this soon, just with 2 people.
2 people, we'll learn from this one. All right.
See you guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys. Cheers.
Ciao.